guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and my name is Tafara, and I'm really happy that you're here. And I just want to thank you for the support that you've given me the past few weeks. I started uploading some videos for my channel. So yeah, today is story time. So I was just reflecting that we talk about how we need to be proactive and do our career guidance on time, or have those conversations with the young people or anyone who is in need of those conversations where you talk about career, professions and everything. So yeah, I was just reflecting on that, and I would like to talk about one thing that we normally forget to talk about. In all these career guidance talks or career guidance, forums that are being, that are out there, and I mean, like, when we are doing this, let's not forget about one important thing. So I wanted to talk about how in all these career guidance talks that we have, let's not forget to ask God for guidance. This just dawned on me today when we're having a conversation with my friends talking about career guidance. As you know, in Zimbabwe, the O-level results are out. So yeah, people were really talking about, results, how people did, and how people need to talk about these career guidance and how they were important. So people were sharing different perspectives about it, and I was just thinking, like, what, we spend time talking about these things, but we do not really talk about the most important thing, which is asking God for guidance. So if you're out there, if you're listening to this, just stay with me. So I was just thinking about it in the context when I was in Form 4. I was at a boarding school, and yeah, we had, our Sunday services and everything. But because I grew up in a Christian household, back home, yeah, we used to pray, we used to go to church every Sunday. So even when I went to school, that was, that fire kept on, burning and all of that. So I remember, shout out to Muta. She's my auntie, and we used to fast together and to pray together. She's one person whom, like, we would play and do everything, but when it comes to praying and and being serious about God, she was one person who really helped me, and we would fast. So we were fasting, and I don't know, I was just praying. I was like, oh God, now that I'm writing my O-levels, I'm praying that you give me something, that I would, that would make me prosper, or something that would not make me have, years and years of staying at home and not going to work. I was really asking God to give me something that He knows is in His will, right? And if you are a Christian, you really know what I'm talking about, whereby sometimes we do things and they are not God's will, and then later on it doesn't become fruitful, or it becomes so hard for you to conquer in that area, because I mean, like, we would have done things, we would have taken things into account on our own. So I was praying that prayer, we were fasting and we were praying. So I prayed and I forgot. We wrote our O-level result. We wrote our O-level exams. The results came. I passed. The me that was praying to God, like, oh God, I want you to give me some. I don't want to detect what should I do, but I want you to give me something that is in your own will. I forgot. I wanted to do commercials. Not that there's anything bad with commercials, but I was like, oh, I'm really good in accounts. I could do accounting, business studies, and I don't know, geography or something, or I don't know, but I wanted to do commercials. So fast forward, we got the results. I got some accounting books from my uncle because he's an accountant. So I really wanted to be an accountant. So I packed my bags. We went for lower 6. I'm laughing because by that time I had already forgotten. This was me. I go to school. I get to school. I'm like, yeah, this is the combination I want to do. And so like we would go to school, when results are out, when people come for lower six, we don't come together at once, because sometimes people are still trying to figure out things. So people would be trickling in. So I was one of the last people who came to school to lower six. So I went back to the school that I was at. So now I went so you would go to the senior teacher, they would talk to you, about the subjects that you're doing and, everything. This is me with my accounting books, a girl who's ready to do her commercials, a girl who's ready to do accounting. Oh, I get to the office of the senior teacher. His name was Mr. Membere. I get to the office, and then we are talking, and I was like, I would really want to do I'm doing commercials, accounting, BSc. So he needed to give you some documents for you to register. I get there, he's like, no, you're not doing accounting, you're not doing business studies. I know your potential, so I'm going to give you biology, agriculture, and geography. Lo and behold, I had not done agriculture in my O levels. Can you imagine? And biology was something that I dread. So I was like, I was really good in those subjects, but in my mind, I'm like, I want to do accounting. Guys, I started crying in the office. I was like, no, I want to do accounts. How can you do this to me? Hey, he was my senior teacher. And then he was like, okay, Tafara, I'm late for the next lesson. He taught Shona. He was like, so I'm late for the next lesson. So sit down. Once you're done crying, Toramatishaya, Pukutam Sod's agriculture lesson is already running right now. Guys, he left me in the office. I was crying. I'm like, he's not giving me the combination that I want. I was crying in the office. And then I think after 20 minutes, it dawned on me that, you know what? This teacher is not playing around. He's not joking. He has already left. He has gone on to do whatever it is that he's doing. So he's really not going to change his mind. So after 20 minutes, I wiped my tears. I walked to the room where agriculture was being done. And for those of you who did agriculture or who know the curriculum for agriculture, the first topic that you do, I think, when you're doing A-level is species name. And you know how difficult the species name are. So I get there in class, I sit down. I'm like, okay, let me just attend agriculture. And then maybe tomorrow or maybe after this lesson, I can go and convince my senior teacher that, you know what, I really wanted to do accounts. So I sat in agriculture. I was so confused. And then we did biology. And then I went to geography. Geography, I had no problem with it because it was part of the subjects that I wanted to do. So I didn't have any problem. And then we started doing, I did the lessons. So I went back to my room. And whilst I was still trying to process like what had happened, all the accounting books I had brought, all the things that I was thinking about, whilst I was still processing about it, God reminded me of the prayer I made when I was about to write my O-levels. You know what? I remember that prayer vividly, and as soon as I remembered, I started to really, calm down and really start to embrace that, what if it's God who is communicating with me, like through the senior teacher? Let me just, accept this. And, I've never done agriculture, but I will do it. I will give it my full potential and see where it goes, because I know that God does not allow things to, happen in my life that he knows I cannot conquer, or he doesn't allow for things to go the way they are going if he doesn't know what's best for me. So at that age, I think I was 17. At that age, I I started to feel better. I started, not to worry. And we were like roommates with Mota, and I was talking to her about this, and then she was like, no, it's okay. We were talking about, how we did these prayers and all of that. My point is, you as a person, you can pray this prayer. If you don't know what to do with your career or what to do with your profession, the Bible says we should present our, prayers and request unto Him. And the Bible says we should also seek counsel with God. There is nothing wrong with praying and saying, you know what, God, I don't know what to do. Help me. Give me something that that in the next 10 years, I will flourish. I will be able to take care of myself, take care of my family. Give me something that has purpose in my life or something like that. So I was just really thinking about it with all the discussions that are going on. People asking, oh, what should my son do? What should my niece do? Or no, what should my friend do? They got this and got that. I'm saying this because we one as a person, you can stand in and pray for yourself, for God to give you guidance. But as a parent, as a supportive family member, as a friend, you can stand in that gap to pray for your siblings, for your friends, for anyone who is seeking this who is in the stage whereby they are like looking for direction to go with their careers. So I just felt the nudge to really talk about this with you guys, because I know that for some people it might be, they might say, oh, it's too late or something, things have already been done, but we are the next generation, and we are the aunties and the uncles of the next generation. So I just felt I should come and, let you know that sometimes we need to ask God for guidance when it comes to our career. Sometimes we need to stand in prayer for the people who matter to us and ask God, what should we do? And trust me, God really answers. He might not come in a form of, hey, my child, do this. He might come in a form of a friend whom you're talking and you're explaining, oh, I felt like, we should do this, we should do that. This is how they did in school and stuff. And as you're talking, maybe they're giving you ideas. Or maybe even in those WhatsApp groups, when you pray to God, He will make sure that everything that is surrounding you really, speaks or gives you answers. So maybe you're in a group and you're asking, oh, what should I do, or what should my niece do? And someone brings in, a good technical course that they bring to the table, and then you look at it and you say, oh, like, my niece or my sister or my brother can actually do this. So yeah, career guidance on its own, I feel like it has to be done all together with seeking God's guidance in whatever you do. Because right now, I did those sciences, and trust me, I started to enjoy them. I started to, everything was just in place. It was flowing. And then I got to pass my my A-levels. I went for my bachelor's in animal production and technology. Trust me, things were just flowing. I don't want to lie. Things were just flowing. When it was time for me to look for an internship, I got it. And as soon as I finished, I started working, and then after that I then applied for a master's, which I was talking to you guys in my previous video. I got the master's in animal breeding and genetics, and right now I'm doing my PhD in animal breeding and genetics. It all started to make sense as I kept on growing and kept on reflecting on those experiences. What am I saying? Where God guides, He provides. So make sure that in all those career guidance talks that we are giving other people, or in those career guidance advices, or in the forums, let's ensure that we do not forget to seek God's counsel and God's guidance. I hope this blesses you. Bye guys. I hope you're also applying for the different programs that you want, and I hope you if the programs are not open yet, I hope you guys are putting things in place, because it's needed. You don't see a scholarship that is opening in February and then you start to prepare in February. So yeah, bye guys, thank you.